So hello dear students, today we will study about potential step. The first case is energy of the particle is less than step height. So this is again a very important article. So what do you mean by potential step? So step potential barrier is given by Vx. It is 0 for x is less than 0 and V0 for x is greater than 0. We term x less than 0 as region 1 and x greater than 0 as region 2. So if we mark this potential step in the form of graph, then it is like, so say this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is x dash axis, and along y-axis we mark the potential and along x-axis we mark the position. Then this is a region for x less than 0, negative values of x, and here potential is equal to 0. So potential will be shown by this green line, and at x is equal to 0 value of potential is V0 at x is equal to 0 and greater than x is equal to 0. So this is the region x greater than 0. Here potential is equal to V0. So this is termed as region 1 and this is termed as region 2. So now we come to classical view, that what will happen when a particle of energy less than the potential height is incident. So far as the particle is in region 1, with energy less than potential height, it is sort of this, that this is the incoming particle, we term it as incident, and this is the value of the energy of the particle, and clearly this is less than V0. Then the particle is free to move in region 1. no force is acting on it. Due to absence of potential in this region. As there is no potential in the region 1, so no force is acting on it. When it strike the boundary at x is equal to 0, it is reflected back. Like this. So this is the classical view. Now we try to study the quantum view for the same problem. So when we deal with the same problem quantum mechanically, we will try to solve the Schrodinger wave equation. So now we will solve the Schrodinger wave equation for the same problem. So according to Schrodinger wave equation, in region 1, when we try to solve the equation, we know potential is 0. So if we substitute the value, the psi is psi 1 in region 1 and value of V is 0. So it is E minus 0 psi 1. So here it will be so we mark this as equation number 1 and we say put 2me upon h cut square as k1. So the equation 1 will become, with the help of equation number 2, k1 square, and its solution, general solution, is given by psi 1, it is so we mark this as equation number 3, this as equation number 4. In region 2, V is equal to V naught, the Schrodinger wave equation. Here wave function will become psi 2 in region 2, and instead of V, we will write V naught here, as E is less than V naught, so we rewrite this equation as we take minus sign common. So here put 2m over h cut square v naught minus e as k2 square. So this as equation number 5, this as equation number 6. The equation will reduce to a simplified equation, k2 square psi 2 equal to 0. So we can rewrite it as plus iota k2 square psi 2 equal to 0, because iota square is equal to minus 1. So its solution is given by of the form psi 2 it is equal to c e raised to power minus k2x d e raised to power plus k2x. We mark this as equation number 8. But in region 2, x is greater than 0. So for x tending to infinity, this term d e raised to power k2x will be infinite, so psi 2 will be infinite, which is not acceptable. This is not allowed, because for a well behaved function it should be vanishing at x is equal to infinity. So we take d is equal to 0 to overcome this unacceptability, and our wave function in the region 2 it will be c e raised to power minus k2x, and we mark this as equation number 9. So now we will apply the various boundary value conditions. The first boundary condition is psi should be finite and continuous at x is equal to 0. So it means psi 1 at x is equal to 0, it should be equal to psi 2 at x is equal to 0. So psi 1 is given by equation number 4, and if we put x is equal to 0 here, this value will be 1, this will be 1, it will be a plus b. Psi 2 is given by this equation here, e raised to power 0 is 1, so it will be c. We mark this as equation number 10. Now we apply the second boundary condition, that derivative of psi with respect to x should be finite and continuous at x is equal to 0. So it means d psi 1 upon dx at x is equal to 0, it should be equal to d psi 2 upon dx at x is equal to 0. These two values are there. Now we take the derivative. D by dx of psi is a e raised to power iota k1x plus b e raised to power minus iota k1x at x is equal to 0. So d by dx of c e raised to power minus k2x at x is equal to 0. So now we differentiate, then it will be a iota k1 e raised to power iota k1x, b minus iota k1 e raised to power minus iota k1x at x is equal to 0, c minus k2 e raised to power minus k2x at x is equal to 0. So we substitute the limit. So it is e raised to power 0. This will be minus b iota k1 e raised to power 0, c minus k2 e raised to power 0. So when we solve this, it will be a minus b minus c k2 over iota k1. So minus can be written as iota square c k2 upon iota k1. So a minus b will be iota c k2 upon k1, and we write it equation number 11. So now add equation 10 and 11, and when we add we get 2a, it is equal to, c comes common, 1 plus iota k2 by k1, and a is equal to c by 2, 1 plus iota k2 upon k1. So we mark this as equation number 12. Then we subtract 10 and 11. So we get 2b, it is equal to c 1 minus iota k2 upon k1. So b is equal to c by 2, 1 minus iota k2 upon k1. So we mark this as equation number 13. So we can rewrite the equations in terms of constants. Psi1 as, here we use value of capital A, c by 2, 1 plus iota k2 upon k1 e raised to power iota k1x plus b 1 minus iota k2 upon k1 e raised to power minus k1x. We mark this as equation number 14. This part is termed as incident part. This part is termed as reflected part of the wave function. And from this we write psi incident part as c by 2, 1 plus iota k2 upon k1 e raised to power iota k1x, and reflected part as psi re c by 2, 1 minus iota k2 upon k1 e raised to power minus k1x. So this is 15, this is 16, and we write psi 2 as again c e raised to power minus k2x, and we call it as transmitted part, and we mark this as equation number 70. So now we define a term reflection coefficient. It is equal to the ratio of reflected probability density current to the incident probability density current. So capital R, it is equal to V1 psi RE star V2. It will be the same velocity because incident and reflected waves are lying in the same region. Psi incident star psi incident. So we calculate the reflection coefficient. V1 cancels. Psi RE, it will be C by 2 1 minus iota K2 by K1 e raised to power minus iota K1 x. It is star, so we write here plus, we write here plus. So simple wave function, it is written in the same way, because in complex conjugate iota is changed into minus iota. So psi incident, it is C by 2 1 minus iota is changed by minus iota e raised to power minus iota K1x C by 2 1 plus iota K2 upon K1 e raised to power iota K1x. So all terms they cancel out, and we are left with 1. So reflection coefficient according to quantum mechanics is 1, that all the wave is reflected quantum mechanically from the boundary. And if we try to represent the findings in the form of a plot, and if we represent the potential step here, so this is the potential step V0, and say this is my wave function incident, then it will be the reflected wave, and transmitted wave decays to 0. For the region x greater than 0. This is x, this is the region 1, this is the region 2. So psi TR, as it is a exponentially decaying function, so it decays exponentially. So dear students, this is all for today. Keep in touch for next lectures. Thanks a lot.